Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, I'm Kier, and that's Jason over there doing his Axl Rose impression. And today,
sometimes.
Yeah, man, sometimes you just got to go with it, man. You just got to go with it. And today we are going to be reviewing two films. We're going to be doing King of Staten Island, or it's actually should be The King of Staten Island, and Project Power. Sorry. No, we're live, so
we're stopping this now, and you're putting
so yeah, so two films that are both streaming. I think I found King of Staten Island on Amazon Prime. I had to pay for it though. It was
a few bucks.
Yeah, it was like $3.99. You can get it at Redbox also, and then Project Power is actually on Netflix, which is free. So
if you have Netflix.
If you have Netflix. So. Well, I don't know. If you're watching this channel and you're into films and you don't have Netflix, you need to get Netflix.
Yeah, seriously.
So just get it.
I
understand if you don't want to get Netflix and Amazon Prime. I would say you should have at least both.
I think everybody should have Amazon. Actually, Amazon is better than anything these days. Netflix and Hulu. All right. If you don't have those, I don't want to talk.
You're nothing. You don't have those, you're nothing.
Right. Too many people sleep on Hulu. There's a lot of great stuff on Hulu.
Yeah, I have Hulu and Disney Plus. I can't say that I've watched a whole lot on either one of them yet. I think I watched one film on Hulu that we did for our show, and then I know I watched one film for Disney Plus. So.
Oh man, there's so much good stuff on Hulu.
Every time I go into Hulu, I can't find anything that I love. So I don't know. So I don't know. Just me.
You're disappointing me here.
I'm canceling the service, man. That's what I'm telling you right now. It's canceled. It's a waste of whatever I'm paying. I don't know, $10 a month. So, but yeah, that's where you can find those two. So, The King of Staten Island's on Amazon Prime, and but you got to pay for it. And Project Power is on Netflix, which is free. Well, without further ado, I say we get right into it. So let's get into it. Jason, I believe you're going to take The King of Staten Island first.
Sure. Yeah. So The King of Staten Island is the new Judd Apatow movie. I keep forgetting when I was looking before we started. It seems like he's directed a whole lot more movies than I thought, but he produces like 1 million movies, and a lot of them have the Judd Apatow flavor, but he didn't actually direct them. He only directed like a few movies. Anyway, this is his latest film as a director and writer. It stars Pete Davidson, who I don't know a whole lot about because I don't watch Saturday Night Live. So I don't know a whole lot about him, but he stars as, I think his character's name is Scott. And, it's kind of like a lot of Judd Apatow, I'm not sure.
I always say it wrong. So
yeah, as like a lot of his movies, it's kind of about Arrested Development. You know, it's about someone who doesn't want to, be an adult really, to accept responsibility and, act accordingly. So his character is kind of a loser, really. You know, he lives at home. He is I wouldn't say failed, but he's a tattoo artist who's not especially good at performing tattoos. And he's just kind of, he doesn't have any prospects. All he does is hang out and smoke weed and practice drawing. But I mean, he's got reasons for it too. Like when his father was a fireman, and his father died when he was young, and he's got ADD. So he's got issues. He's got issues to work with. He's not like he doesn't have. It's not like he doesn't have an excuse. But this story is kind of like a lot of Judd Apatow movies. It's kind of a late blooming coming of age in a lot of ways. He has to put up with. I'm not put up with, but his mother is played by Marissa Tomei, and she meets someone new. So like a lot of kids who lost their father wouldn't take too kindly to another guy coming in and telling him what to do. So it's, I mean, like a lot of Judd Apatow movies, again, like if you look at it in terms of what it's about, it doesn't sound like anything spectacular. You know, it's a coming of age, a late coming of age movie. It's been done 1 million times, but what makes this movie excellent, and I think it really is an excellent movie, is that it's so well done at what it does. It's very funny. It's really moving in a lot of ways. It's a movie that is, over 2 hours long, but it doesn't feel long. It doesn't feel like a drag at any time. And it really does a good job of creating a location for you. You know what I mean? I've been to Staten Island once, and it was a long, long time ago. But this movie made me feel like I was there. You know what I mean? It has so many good details about its location. It really makes you feel like you're there and you know what it's like to grow up and live there, which is kind of great and kind of bad at the same time. So yeah, I thought it was really good. Again, I don't know much about Pete Davidson, but I think he's like a natural performer. He doesn't have like leading man looks or anything like that, but he's very charismatic, and he's funny, and he's a really good actor.
And he's ugly.
Huh?
No, just go.
Shut up. But I think it's really well done. Like, you really grow to feel for his character, even though his character is definitely not sympathetic all the time, to put it mildly. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie, and I think it's definitely one of my favorites of this year so far. And I know this has been like a strange year as far as releases and everything, but I still think it would be in the upper echelon, even if it was a normal year. So yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, I actually liked it. I thought it was really good. We always go back to the, Judd Apatow up to whatever, whatever his last name is. We always say that his films always tend to be a little longer than need be. I didn't necessarily feel that one with this one, so that's a positive. I didn't feel, like you said, it kind of moved past in a very brisk pace. Yeah, I thought the performance was good, and yeah, I thought he was great as a star. I've seen him a couple times on Saturday Night Live. I didn't think he was particularly all that funny. And then I watched a couple minutes. He did a stand-up special recently. I watched a couple minutes of it, and I just wasn't getting into it. So I was a little hesitant to actually watch this film because I just didn't think he was that funny of a person. But he is a good actor, and he is funny in here, but it's not just a straight comedy though either. You know what I mean? There's a lot of real heartwarming scenes. There's a lot of things going on. And like I said, he's had the tragedy of his father dying. You alluded to another man come into his life who also happens to be a firefighter. So that's also another double whammy as to why he might not take to this new person coming into his life. And, and he is. I mean, he's hanging out with his friends. They're all kind of not doing anything with their lives, and, they're not going anywhere. And so it's kind of a coming of age of, like, for a mid 20-year-old, basically. So,
yeah.
And the other thing, not a spoiler or anything, but it's also, I guess, somewhat loosely based on his life, is what I gathered as well. So
that's at least I didn't research it all that much, but
yeah, we know there's at least some real events that happened in his life that also mirror with the film. He also partly wrote it as well, is what I was told. So yeah. So I got to assume that there's a lot of other things that are closely related to his life as well. So,
right.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie, great film. So
yeah.
And like I said, in a year like this, it could even make my top 10. I don't know if it would in any other ordinary year, but no, I enjoyed it quite a bit. So
good,
great choice. So cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to film number 2, which is Project Power. So Project Power stars Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I can't remember the girl's name in there. I can't either. I don't know. I haven't seen her or anything before. I don't think so. Basically, Project Power, I don't think it's set in the future. I think it's supposed to be current times. Yeah. So it's set in New Orleans, and basically a new drug has come out into the market called Power. And what this drug basically does when you take it is it gives you whatever's inside of you. It gives you some sort of power, and no one knows what that power is going to be until you actually take the drug. So the plus is the drug only lasts for 5 minutes, and it can give you all kinds of power for 5 minutes. And I'm talking you can be on fire for 5 minutes and not burn to death, which is strange. You can turn into ice for 5 minutes. You can be invisible for 5 minutes. There's all kinds of things that you can do for superhuman strength.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And then the other thing is yes, as you alluded to, you could just explode and die. So it's like kind of one of those things where, like, you know, do you really want to take this pill because you have no clue what it's going to do to you? You, like you said, you may get some cool superpowers for 5 minutes, or you may explode and die immediately. So and if you OD on it, apparently you can also explode it and die also. So that's kind of what it is. And so basically, the basic story is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is basically a cop, and he's probably dabbles in some power as well. And so I guess they're all trying to, crack down on it. And then we don't know exactly why, and I'm not going to give too many stories or spoilers on it, but Jamie Foxx's character has been tracking down users and dealers of Project Power, of the power drug, because he's trying to find out who the main supplier is. And he's got a motive for wanting to know who the main supplier is. And a lot of people seem to think that he is actually the person that started it all as well. The young girl gets involved because she's also a dealer, but she also has connections to whoever the supplier is. And so she kind of comes along for the ride also. And that's kind of the basic gist of the film, I guess, if you will. So it's basically a movie about a drug that you take, and it gives you all these cool superhero powers for 5 minutes. And then you have to take another one in order to keep going, basically. And I think that's the general gist of it. I thought it started off great. I enjoyed, like, the first, I felt like they used the coolest effects of the pill in the first, like, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like being able to be, like, invisible, or being able to, like, light yourself on fire kind of thing. I thought that, like, those things were pretty cool. Those were some really cool, like, scenes that happen. The story itself was kind of muddled a little bit, I felt like. It kind of was like, I don't know, the motives, the story itself, it was just kind of a little weak in some parts, in my opinion. Overall, I thought it was an okay film, but I didn't necessarily love it. That was just my overall take. But I thought it did have some good things. I did like some of the imagery. I did like the like that scene with the fire, the guy chasing him that was on fire and was running after him. Like, that is some freaky stuff, to see somebody that's on fire, that's not dying, that's chasing you, trying to attack you. That's pretty cool. And then obviously the invisible guy that went and, like, robbed banks, like, that's awesome. But I don't know. I just felt like it kind of, during the middle, I kind of was like, and I thought the end was just kind of okay. So I can't say that I loved it, but I definitely didn't hate it. So that was just my take. What was your thought?
I really liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah. I really like the concept. I like the concept a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the treating it's like an illegal drug, but it's a superpower drug, and the added element of not knowing what your superpower was going to be. So I can, I really dig that concept, and I really enjoyed it, because when I first heard this movie was coming out, because I wasn't a big fan of the Old Guard. I thought the Old Guard felt like a wannabe Marvel movie. So I was, like, afraid this was going to feel like another wannabe Marvel movie. But I thought this was a whole lot more fun than the Old Guard. I didn't think the Old Guard was any fun. It was too serious, too dry, too drab. But I thought this was a lot of fun. I thought I thought this was a lot more fun. I thought the characters were a lot more interesting. The action scenes were a lot more exciting. It had a lot more colorfulness to it. I know that's not a word. And I really liked the New Orleans setting of it.
I did like the New Orleans setting as well. So
yeah, I've never been there. I have a friend who lived there most of his life, and he said they really did kind of nail the atmosphere of the place. So I'm a big fan of a movie that can really take a specific locale and really make you feel like you're there. So yeah, I like the characters, I like the story, I like the action, I like the location. I thought it was just a really good movie. Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Well, I'd say you liked it better than I did.
The Old Guard sucked, so there.
The Old Guard is awesome, and it's a better film than this one. But
no, hardly.
All right. Well, cool. Based on that, I guess we should, so those are the two films. So let's start with the king of Staten Island, the grade you would give that one, and the face you would give it.
I gave that 4.5 stars out of 5, which for me is an A-. So this face, cheesing it, big smile, loved it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. So I'm gonna give it this face, which is a smile with some teeth. So not quite cheesing it, but definitely some smile with some, or just going crazy excited about it. I don't even know if I have that face. I don't know if that's queued up anywhere. I haven't used it yet. I don't think.
Yeah. Until Quentin Tarantino makes another movie, you won't need it, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'll just bring it right on in. But no, I definitely did enjoy that one also. So cool. And Project Power, the grade and the face you would give that one.
I really enjoyed it. I give it 4 out of 5, which is a B+. So this face. Big smile. Not quite cheesing it, but big smile.
Yeah. This one I was kind of torn on whether I was going to go with a 2.5 or 3 on this one. I'm going to give it like one of my quality 3s because it did have enough going for it that I love the beginning of it, and I love the concept like you did. I did like the New Orleans feel. I've only been there once, but it did have that New Orleans feel. So I did like a lot. I felt like some of the story elements were a little fizzly for me. So I think I'm going to lean towards a 3 out of 5 on this one. So, which is fair for me. And so I'm going to give it this face, which is also a smile with some teeth.
Yeah.
So
I think people will by now expect you to give everything at least 1 star below what I give it. I think that's pretty much.
Hey man, I almost went 2 whole.
We can even feel the exact same way about it, and the same thing will happen.
Yes.
I loved it. 3.5.
Hey man, in fairness, I don't give a whole lot of 1 stars or 0-star films either. So
no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I do. Usually about
wait for David Lynch to put out something else.
Yeah. Then we, I can't wait to use that face. Where that face is going to be, I'll have to make one for that one for sure. Specifically, maybe I'll just shoot myself in the head.
Oh man.
Well, those are our reviews for those 2 films. If you've seen one or both, let us know your thoughts on it. If there's any other films that are in that same vein that you think maybe we should watch or want to check out, let us know in the comments down below. As always, if you like the show, we ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. And then, of course, always make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our updates or uploads as we upload usually about 2 to 3 times a week. So we thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys all again real soon. Bye.